Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel.
Nice. You're so polite.
Oh, because I am.
Well, the job will commence next week. Not on
Yeah.
the big build, but we have to build a shed. We leave the 8th of February, get the excavator on the 9th and 10th, and then we'll have a time frame for transporting from Cebu to here.
Yep.
And this temporary is going to be coco lumber, metal siding, inexpensive, metal roof, a gutter, 3 IBC tanks to catch the rainwater because we're 100% off grid on this property.
Yep.
So we need a lot of water for concrete.
So windy.
So the first basically 4 to 6 weeks out here after we get the excavator is going to be moving dirt, lowering our property down to make it one level. So I'm thinking April, 1st of April, like April Fool's Day,
Yeah.
we can get started on building. And the first thing we're doing is the wall along this section of land. Let me get my hand in there. And this wall, we're going to be down another meter. So we have a rock formation in here. So it's pretty solid, and it's got about 2.5 foot of dirt above that. And this rock is like a flake rock. But we're going to put in some pretty substantial walls with a French drain system going all the way down 2 foot off our property line so we can get gravel on that side with a French drain. And then we will be putting up temporary posts every 4 feet around a designated area here. And that's just for security when we start getting our supplies in. We're going to run our sheets lengthwise between the posts. It's a little more rigid for wind compared to running them up and down, you know. Too much flex. So once we get that temporary wall in, then we'll build a small living quarters and we'll have a full-time security on site, right?
Yep.
And that's when we'll start bringing in supplies. So probably 1st of May, we'll really be going on it. We're building our garage area first. There's our neighbors. Say hi.
You're getting water.
Oh, they went to get water?
Yeah.
But we are going to build our garage. Now the garage won't have the overhead doors on it yet. We're just doing a steel door, 2 windows. We'll use rebar for a frame, security frame over that. And then we're going to move in there. So we'll have our solar on it. We have our water catch system. We'll have a small septic in the back over here with a makeshift shower area, toilet, CR area. And then when we move in, we will continue our concrete walls around the 1,000 square meters. And at that point, we can let our guard go when we move in full-time on the site, right?
Yep.
Once we get the concrete done all the way around, then we will take down our temporary metal walls, and that's when we'll start the house. So it depends on the rain season in the fall and how much we get done. But as long as we're on site with our temporary security walls, we'll get a couple pups in here to make a little noise if they hear something.
Yep.
And then once we get the walls done, we'll start the house.
Be careful out there. You might have snake.
Looking for snakes right now. Looking for snakes, son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like snakes.
You know, we got to get the walls up. We are a little timid with the snakes that they have out here, especially me.
There's a bunch of holes out there.
Yeah. Well, we'll get this property knocked down and then get the concrete walls done, and then our gate will be a sliding gate, and we'll make that to the point where there won't even be a 1/4 inch between the bottom of the gate and the concrete, and it'll be flat surface, not something you can see through, because I don't want snakes. That's the one place they get through is your gate. And I don't want our son or my wife or I hurt by these things, because I've mentioned it a million times, no anti-venom.
So if we get
Located
the
here.
van tomorrow.
Oh yeah, the
We can-
van's, what's going on with the van? Tell me what you think. Not too
Well,
negative, but
well, because they get it and it's clean and now it's so
yeah.
much dirty.
So when they came and took the van 2 weeks ago today,
I mean, they're good, you know.
they had to do the head gasket, radiator, water pump, thermostat, and their hands are so filthy, and we have oil handprints all over, and the rug, the carpet on the floor on the driver's side is just destroyed.
I mean, this is normal here because no one think about, because they are focused on their job. What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
You don't think about it's dirty, you know,
And what did you find on the bumper yesterday?
wet.
No, the bumper,
Oh, scratch.
a big scratch. Their jack pumping up the cars to change tires, that handle hit and scratched the bumper. There's no fixing it other than repainting the whole thing. And
Yeah,
you know.
they just don't realize because you know
it's not theirs.
it's not theirs and they don't care.
Yeah, they're just trying to get it up and running.
And they
But
just are
hopefully we get
workers.
it back tomorrow. That's the
Yeah.
goal. They said today, but more than likely tomorrow. I bought all the materials. I bought the gaskets, the water pump, the thermostat, the radiator, the coolant that's going back into it, upper and lower hoses for the coolant. And it's taken 2 weeks to change a head gasket,
Good thing,
radiator, thermostat, water.
good thing I'm not hungry yesterday because if I was hungry and I went there, I'd lose
Yeah.
my shit.
She went over there yesterday. I've been going over every day. We waited 5 days for them to find a 12-point 10 millimeter socket. 5 days. That's what stopped it because they stripped out, they broke their socket, which those bolts are 12-point 10 millimeter, and then they stripped out one of the bolts. Then they had to find a new bolt, get a socket, borrow it from a friend. I ordered on Lazada, probably be there today or tomorrow, just so I have a set of 12 points, a lot of 12 points on these DA64Vs. Well, let's get back to the property. Garage over there, concrete fence all the way around. This is all our property down here, and this will all be leveled off once we get the excavator. Yep. So I think in reality, this is a DIY project. You know, this isn't going to be 15 guys on this site working like crazy. There's a certain method and a way I want to do it, and I enjoy building. And we will probably have one assistant helper with us, and that's about it when we need them. I think the wife and I, the garage is going to be steel metal post frames. We're doing a lot of welding, putting that together. We're going to get the wall built, and then part of that wall is going to be part of the garage. So we're going to come off that garage with an angled roof. We'll have our lower studs all done. We're going to get the roof on and dry. That way it's dry underneath before we even pour the concrete for the floor. Once the floor is poured, then we're going to do our metal exterior walls. In between that, we're going to use rock wool, and then we're going to use the rock board.
Those there are just dried out.
Yeah, they died.
And this one looks like snake, hon. The design is very, very snake.
It's just a rag. But that way it'll be dried out, and if rain comes, we can pour sections of the floor. We're not going to do a solid pour all at once because I don't want 40 guys over here. We'll have a concrete mixer, generator, and once that roof goes on, then I can start working on getting solar panels up and getting off that generator power. So
Just
everything's
for-
going to be, what's that?
Just for 4 days, it dried out there.
Yeah.
Remember, you dig a big hole in there?
Yeah, there was a big hole down there where I took out one of the coconut stumps.
Dog
Really,
shit.
real old one, and it was really hard to get out. But anyways, once we get the solar up on there, then we have power here. I can stop using the generator and burning fuel, and then we'll kick it off inside. Once we get everything done on that building, we're just going to do metal stud wall inside with Durock, quick doors, just 2 rooms, 2 bedrooms and a common area. And we are going to move into that garage and live there.
Yep, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and I think it'll be fun. I enjoy the challenge.
I miss, you know, when you woke up in the morning and then it's so windy and cold, like farm style.
Right?
It's very windy in here, you know, and it's cold early morning because we don't have huge buildings, you know,
Right?
lots of vehicles.
Yeah, it's been pretty cold. So we had 5 days, and we didn't do any videoing, just little shorts and stuff, but 5 days of sunny weather, and we soaked it in after 14, 15 months of rain. And I kept saying, we have to do a video, and we just rode around, enjoyed having nice weather. And then this morning, I got up and I looked at the weather, and I'll show that right here. Anyways, it says no rain, sunny day. And then I looked out the window 10 minutes after I just looked at the weather report, and it was a solid downpour.
I asked my husband, what do he prefer, windy or rain?
I chose windy, you know.
It's so windy yesterday.
Yeah, when we were riding yesterday, it was really gusty. Really fun though. Just to be able to go out and ride and not get soaking wet is a absolute miracle over
Look,
the past
it's
year.
new.
So we sprayed that grass killer, and you can see it. It did some damage out here. We got some new sprouts here and there coming up, but nothing worth wasting time on. And it really killed the grass line around the edge of the property. I wish we would have done that instead of weed whipping the first time. Wasted a lot of time and sweating to death with a weed whip.
It's so funny, the clouds is 50-50.
Yep. So where this gravel is behind my wife, that's pretty much where the excavator is going to go, and then we're going to lower the dirt all the way around down the hill. And we're going to leave this high because this will become a work area. We'll do a lean tube off the side of the building and get us some shade. I bought some, what are those, 4 by 5 meter tarps. So we'll stick some bamboo in the ground with some eyelet holes at the top and a rope through it. We'll be able to lift those big shades up during the day to kind of break up the sun from, well, sunburn. I'm an Irish boy. I'll burn easy. Now here's a overlook. I can't wait to get started. I know you guys have been waiting a while. And I have not completed a video on the DA64V, our little Suzuki van. And I will go over that. Now that I've learned more about it, I can give you an honest opinion if I would truly buy another one or not. Or just save up a little money and just buy a better vehicle from Toyota or something, you know? All right, guys, we are going home. We came out and we fed the dog. That's our daily thing. Our neighbor, I don't think they've been around much, and the 2 dogs are getting pretty skinny. So we've been out here, what, 4 times this week, just feeding the dogs. And it's not their fault. We gotta give them food. And I think the one is pregnant, so if she has good pups, we might snag 2 of them for our property. But the difference will be we will train these dogs. So you can see all the dead grass. That weed killer really did some good work. It is very quiet out here, huh? All right, guys. We'll update you in a few days. We'll take you with us to Cebu when we fly out on the 8th of February, which is about 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
And the next video, I've been working on it already. I've got the material costs down, and my wife has been really good at getting costs without the skin tax.
Yep.
And it's very important. Sometimes you got to stay out of the way. You know you want to run the job, but material-wise, you just got to let your wife or somebody dependable in your family to go and get those prices down. We're here as visitors, but we don't want to be taken advantage of. And
Yeah, the only one who can take advantage is me.
yeah, the wife is the only one that can take advantage of me. All right, guys, till the next video, we appreciate each and every one of you. And thanks for all the comments and questions. And anything else?
See you in the next video.
See you in a few days, guys. Bye.